That was really good.
Welcome to the podcast, bro.
Welcome to the podcast. We're back again. We're talking about video games and how Rob Dickers used to mean something.
Get my name right. That name used to mean something.
And you know what? I stutter like Joe Biden, and it's not dementia.
Can I sit back for? Yeah.
I think you can sit back. It gets away with the mic.
That's money. We bought expensive mics.
We got very expensive mics, and I say we as in
Rob Dickers, because that name used to mean something. I used to own seven superstores in the tri-state area.
Jeff Bezos fucked his wife.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos fucked my wife.
But then he fucked Jeff Bezos' wife.
He sold her tennis balls for the low. I got fucked over. Little drone delivered it, dude. Impersonal, just like Call of Duty is now.
Exactly. So Call of Duty, we were talking about how some of it is AI now.
Yeah.
And there was a big thing with the zombie Santa. They found that out because he had 6 fingers. I imagine that a lot of our viewers will be very animated at the fact that we're mentioning this.
Right. Did you catch that?
Did you catch that? So we're aware of your loser lives.
What?
just abusing the viewers.
Don't be mean to them. We need their money. We need their money.
I don't know. I like podcasts that abuse the viewers, and I liked being abused.
I'm the good guy. I'm the good guy.
Yeah, how about that?
I'll
this time you're the good guy, Rob.
I'm Rob Dickers.
Rob Dickers, that name used to mean something.
It did.
Used to mean just enough money to buy.
Don't tell me what my name used to mean. My name used to mean something.
That is erasure.
And nobody knows what it means, but it just used to mean something. It's like the fucking, what is that like thing where like the Bernstein Bears is spelled wrong?
Oh yeah, it's called the Mandela.
The Mandela effect.
Yeah.
I got Mandela affected by Jeff Bezos.
When he fucked my wife.
When he fucked my wife, so I can't remember what my name used to mean. It just used to mean something.
When he creamed her cornhole on the low.
Dude, that's my wife.
That's my wife. That's my wife. Talking about.
It's my wife.
Her name used to mean something.
Her name now means something more than it used to ever.
Yeah.
But as you can tell, I'm maybe schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Because none of this actually happened. But my name is Rob Dickers.
Here's the thing. The coffee levels are low in Rob right now. And when that happens, clarity returns.
Right.
And so we're going to try and power through that.
Right. We're going to relapse on stream.
On stream. Unless you pay us $50,000 on Patreon for one subscription.
Like Royce DuPont.
Actually, we're going on OnlyFans.
We're using the DuPont method.
Yeah, Royce DuPont. Have you seen the one where he has the Asian son?
Yeah.
I love that one. It's free. I don't even take care of the kid. And people trust me more because I have a family.
You're making me feel pretty powerless right now.
Yeah.
You're making me feel pretty powerless.
Last time I took a drink,
it was 13 years ago.
13 years ago, they found me in the net under the Golden Gate Bridge.
And the time after that, I tried to kill a room full of people.
I like those because they're not like obviously jokes.
No.
It's only obviously a joke because of the setting of it.
Royce DuPont was deadly serious.
Yeah,
I think that Royce DuPont is real. The first time
he might be.
The first time I saw that, I know he's not real now, but the first time I saw that video, I thought that he was real. Because there's so much of that going around these days, everybody is a business mogul now.
Yeah, no, the best business mogul of all time was
Andy Elliott.
Well, I was going to say Fed smoker.
Okay.
Because no one has philosophies that hold strong and create dividends.
Right.
Like Fed smoker.
I wonder who's collecting his checks.
Dude, that is an...
What if there's a mini Fed smoker out there?
Oh my God.
And he's just waiting to come online.
Just 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, just so fat.
Yeah.
And just, like...
Just picking up the meth pipe.
Same exact voice.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Same raspy voice.
I'm saving money by burning my hair off.
Yeah, he's got a bike that looks like a police car. Like
He's
got a bike that looks like a Crown Vic.
He's pulling over the cop at the school. He's like, anybody trying any shootings today, brother?
Yeah, he's like, I put cops in jail, all right? Pulling people over, saying that he didn't know the speed limit.
Yeah.
I think 65 is pretty boring. What about you?
Yeah.
That guy's money. I love that guy.
Dude, he is the king of psychological warfare. He didn't really die. They just brought him to the CIA to fucking help them.
I think that is a definite possibility. Have you seen Andy Elliott?
No, I don't know who that.
You don't know Andy Elliott?
Mm-mm.
He's a completely hairless dude with like a 6-pack, and like he just brings people up on stage and asks them to take their shirt off.
No
and
way.
Then he asked them if he thinks that their sons would be proud of that. He's like, your son proud of that? He's like, take your shirt off. We're waiting.
Yeah.
He's like, you think your son would be proud of that? And the guy's like, no. And he's like, there's nobody that works in Elliott Industries that doesn't have a 6-pack.
That's
what he does. He says, if you don't have a
hilarious.
6-pack within 3 months, I'm firing you. That's what he said. No, I swear to God. This is a real person. And he chews gum viciously, and he wears those nasal strips. He's kind of like the jiu-jitsu guys that you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's just all about streamlining a long life.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and also he's doing something nice for them by forcing them to get a 6-pack.
See that,
but neglecting their family because they're trying to do that to keep their job.
But he's a car salesman.
No.
That's what he does.
Unbelievable.
That's what he does.
That's amazing.
And he got caught for fraud like back in the day. But the funniest part to me is that is the only type of fat shaming where I kind of like understand that fat shaming might be bad in certain scenarios.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't bring a dude
Is
up.
your son proud of that?
No, literally, in front of a room of people.
They went up there. They can stay in their seat.
I mean, yeah, then they get kicked out of the meeting. They want Andy Elliott's knowledge on how to scam people.
It's like, your son proud of that? Did you even breastfeed your son?
No, you might as well say something like that. No, I'm dead serious. I thought the videos. The funny part is I thought Royce DuPont was real, and I thought that this guy was fake the first time. No, not fucking with you.
Honestly, it sounds more reasonable what he's saying.
Dude, yeah.
It was like, try to drink. If it's tell them you were going to relapse after 14 years of sobriety.
That makes sense to me.
The 6-pack thing is a little out there.
No, it is.
Yeah, it actually is though. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
I like the idea of him being the creepy guy from the other guys, where he's like, you may think because of the beard.
Oh yeah.
I'm very hairy, but
shaved.
And then,
You get back here. You have sex with my wife.
You have sex with my wife.
It's Christine Neff.
Yeah.
It's Christine Neff.
Are you deaf or are you stupid?
Yeah, that guy was money.
Money. All right, Jiu-Jitsu.
That's the only way. That's the only movie where Mark Wahlberg doesn't get chicks.
It's true.
And it kind of destroyed him on the inside.
Yeah.
Like after that movie, he like made a brand.
Yeah.
He became really Christian.
Yeah.
He had to then get into the movie where he's like the cool stepfather to Will Ferrell. He had to one up Will Ferrell in another movie.
Oh, absolutely.
It kind of broke Marky Mark. And I just want to make this point about Marky Mark. Marky Mark is a genius, right?
Yeah.
Because genius is defined by being ahead of your time, right?
Oh,
in some capacity, right?
Big time, yeah.
And Marky Mark beat up Asian people before it was cool.
Totally.
You remember that? During coronavirus, it was cool. Everybody was doing it. He did it in the 90s, dude.
He did it in the 90s.
Or the late 80s.
He blinded an Asian
did.
guy. And you know what he said to him? He didn't say...
He said, fuck you, you
No, he didn't even do that.
What?
He said, fuck you fucking Vietnamese fuck.
No, he didn't, really?
That's the quote. That's literally like in the police report.
You read the police report?
No, I was told. So maybe I'm wrong, but it was from people who absolutely did read the police report.
That makes sense, because Marky Mark is kind of a fucking block.
He can't think of shit. And also, he's a genius because how do you come back from that? People are like...
He's like Brad Pitt.
Dude, Amelia Perez has like 3 tweets that say horrible things, but he's actually out there doing the work and gets away with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because it's not about what you do, it's about what you say.
That's really, really true.
That's the world nowadays.
Yeah.
Because
I love Asian people.
Because Leonardo DiCaprio gets on stage and tells us we're bad people when
Yeah.
he's fucking 18-year-olds and flying in a private jet.
Oh my God.
And that's my thing about Leonardo DiCaprio. How do you net zero your carbon emission? Like, I had a few theories. Does he stick his head out the window and like throw chia seeds? Like, but then how does a tree grow that fast? Does he have like vacuums behind the plane? Like, I don't get it. I don't get how he's sitting on an airplane watching himself get an Oscar or get mauled by a bear going, God, that was a fucking great performance, while he's getting his dick sucked, right? How does he do a net zero carbon emissions? I don't get it. He's like, I'm Leo, bro.
I mean,
I don't get it.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing you're missing.
Like, you plant a tree, it doesn't happen till 50 years that it does anything to the environment.
He hires a sniper to just go indiscriminately shoot people.
People.
That's how you remove carbon from the environment.
He hires death squads in India.
Yeah, seriously. The thing that I heard. So when you burn wood, like if you start the fire, organically, and you burn wood, it's carbon neutral because it only creates as much CO2 as the tree absorbed.
Right.
Yeah. Which I don't know if that's true or not, but that makes sense to me. We should go back to trains and burning wood and then making steampunk shit.
Right.
Let's be steampunk, and like the hipsters who pretend to be steampunk, they actually have to they don't have any of their modern necessities.
Right. No, you can't take photos of yourself looking like you're steampunk.
No.
You just are that.
You get to be steampunk in every aspect of your life.
That goes back to it's not about what you do, it's about what you say.
Yes.
Everybody on Instagram is taking pictures with guitars and wearing rock and roll t-shirts and bell bottoms.
Yeah.
But they don't play an instrument.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
It's all about what you do. It's all about what you say, not what you do. Right? So I'm a good person.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go kill somebody.
Yeah.
But I'm still a good person. Like Jesse Smollett.
Oh,
what if I had done it? That would be fucked up.
Yeah.
What if I had done it?
Oh my God.
It's all about what you say. No, but think about the Leo thing. How can he actually do it? Like, I genuinely think he's sticking his head out the window with headphones on while he's getting his dick sucked by an 18-year-old, throwing out seeds while he flies over the Amazon.
Don't you think he's just
Right?
lying? Isn't that
No,
the simplest explanation?
No, because celebrities can't lie. They can't. No. They're all
only allowed to lie on screen when they're playing a character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
These people know who the actors and actresses have a deep sense of who they are, right?
Yeah,
Because it's not like they spend their whole lives being somebody who they're not,
Yeah.
right? And they're all well educated because it's not like they were taken out of school in middle school and violently by a studio head.
Yeah.
Yeah. They graduated college.
Yeah,
we all know that.
Yeah, we all know
and
that.
we all know that a college degree means that you're smart. We all know that.
We all know that.
These are things that we know.
Yeah.
Right?
No, and if you play like a murderer or a
Right.
sexual, like a in a movie,
Right.
that in no way carries over to your the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It almost makes it the opposite.
Yeah.
Like the worse people that you play in movies, the better person you are. That's
No,
why
but
Harvey
that's the
Weinstein.
truth.
That's why Harvey
Aside
Weinstein
from
got
being
caught.
Facetious.
That's why Harvey Weinstein got caught.
Yeah. Well, also
Because he wasn't playing anything.
like Heath Ledger plays the Joker, right? A pretty evil character.
He was a good guy.
He's a really good guy. So good, he just had to overdose on heroin.
Right.
When you overdose on heroin, you are choosing the other path from
You were
running
probably-
through a crowd of people in a van.
With the vest.
Yes. Every heroin overdose is a hero.
That's why there's so many terrorist attacks now, because we took all the poppy seeds from Afghanistan.
Well, and we're saving them. We can't. Narcan is responsible for global terrorism.
Right. No, that makes sense.
100% correlation.
It makes sense. Guys, get closer to your God instead of going to a Christmas market in Germany and blowing yourself up. Not saying who it is, right?
But that one was kind of confusing.
But people who do it, right?
Well, that particular
just do
one.
heroin,
Yeah, just do
heroin.
I see 100% correlation with terrorism.
Whoa.
Or at least public terrorism.
Nobody said anything about them.
Okay.
We all know that they're not the ones that do it.
Yeah,
we all know that.
But
right?
but I'm saying there's a correlation with zero terrorism in general.
Right.
And opium dens. When
Right.
they got rid of opium dens in New York City, that's when 9/11 happened.
Right.
Yeah.
When they got rid of opium dens in China, that's when they destroyed the oldest culture in history.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
It's
and
true.
killed 50 million people.
Start eating.
I mean, we're just asking questions.
Yeah.
Right?
Just
we don't
asking
know
questions.
the answers.
Yeah.
We just wonder why the guys that blow themselves up at Christmas markets just don't,
Yeah.
take a shot. Get the shot.
Just
Get the
asking
shot.
questions. Yeah.
Get the shot.
Get the shot.
What movie is that from?
I don't know.
Pulp Fiction, dude.
Pulp Fiction.
Remember?
Get the shot.
When she's convulsing when she's dead on the ground and he's all, get the shot. Right after he says, "Where's my little black medicine book? Get the shot.
Yeah.
Get the shot." Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It was remember our last podcast we talked about my friend, right, who laughed at the guy's dead dad.
Oh yeah, and his name is Bobby Jacks.
Yeah, Bobby Jacks.
Dude, fucking Bobby Jacks.
Bobby Jacks.
I have been thinking about that because I listened to that. And I'm like, holy shit, that is hilariously mean.
Yeah.
But there's,
but it's funny.
Here's the thing. Bobby Jacks, you come on the show. I cannot wait to hear from you.
We
However,
can't.
Let's not. He's gonna say shit that's just too crazy.
No, he's just too vicious. Like we might be crying in a corner by the time. No, I swear to God.
It sounds like he's vicious.
He's the master of like. It's as if you gave a very mean 10-year-old the knowledge of a 50-year-old pervert.
Yeah.
And then the way that he expresses himself is like a 10-year-old. He's like, you're a giant pussy. And for some reason, because it's so direct and so like seemingly banal, you're like, well, you start believing it. You
Here's
know
the
what
thing.
I mean?
His impression when I met him, absolutely like a really nice guy.
No, he
a
is.
Good friend.
He's a sweetheart.
What the fuck? The duality is amazing.
He's like a dog, dude.
Yeah.
Like if you're his owner,
Yeah.
he'll literally do anything for you.
Yeah.
But like you could catch a stray very easily just doing your job, and you walk the wrong way towards him.
But I mean,
you know what I mean?
I don't mean to psychoanalyze, but like there's this trope of the most sensitive people can also be the most vicious people because they can be the most hurt.
Certainly.
Do you think it comes out of hurt at all? Because honestly, I'd respect that because sociopaths don't come up with that good of shit.
No.
Only people who are actually hurt come up with that good of shit.
He's.
I respect.
I can't. You know what?
We're not going to psychoanalyze.
I'm not going to psychoanalyze Bobby Jackson. I don't want to be the victim of his next tirade.
Absolutely not.
Bobby Jackson's like China.
Yeah.
To like the NBA.
Yeah.
Bobby Jackson's like China to like any business. We love you. You're amazing.
You are amazing.
And the Uyghurs are still alive and thriving.
I don't know what is a Uyghur.
I don't even. You know what? I'm just making up words here.
And there's
you were right. When I don't have coffee, I start making up words. I don't know what the fuck's going on. What is a Uyghur? How do you even spell that?
Yeah, that sounds like
that's a white.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Exactly.
My bad.
Oh well, actually, bringing that up, I think it's really important that we also, in addition to talking about Bobby Jackson, we introduce the podcast to another friend. I don't know if there's anything new with that friend yet.
We
can't. We're not going to do that one on this.
I felt bad.
You felt bad?
I felt really bad.
I mean, here's the thing. In the same way that Bobby Jackson's thing is very, very funny, but very, very mean. Like,
but it's not mean about Bobby Jackson. It's mean to a piece of shit that I don't like. So fuck that guy. But this guy that we're talking about,
we like him.
I'm gonna be honest.
I felt bad for laughing at him.
I deeply dislike him. But he is my friend.
Here we go. Here's the slow.
There's a slow train home.
No, it's so much better that way. Keep going.
I
deeply dislike him.
I have nothing but like hate and animosity for his very existence.
All right, here's the thing. Let me just make this relation. Bobby Jackson's like China. Fish is like Canada. Because there's no level to which we will not disrespect Canada.
Right. But we're like, they're all really nice guys.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, the difference between Fish is that he's not a very nice guy.
No, he's not.
It's almost like what Canada is to America. Like Canada.
That's what I mean.
Like I'm Canada and he's America. And I've just been nice to him forever. And he just keeps fucking with me. You know what I mean? Except I have America's military and he has Canada's military.
Yeah. But Canada also does that thing with like Trudeau. He's super critical of everything.
Yeah, but Trudeau's a new guy, dude.
You're right.
Trudeau's not even really Canadian, dude.
Yeah.
Trudeau's Fidel Castro's kid, I think.
So, yeah, that'd be cool. Is that really a possibility?
I don't know. There's photos side by side. They look the exact same. They look the exact same. And they're both around the same height. And Trudeau, you're a little bit too olive to be a Canadian guy. And he's not Canadian French either. So where did he get the olive from? The English settlers? You know what I mean?
And here's the thing. He got in trouble for Indian and blackface and like tons of time. He has like 15 different pictures of different parties where he's in blackface. Okay. So that might be okay if he's Castro's kid.
No, but that's what I was going to say. Who does that with impunity? With impunity from literally everyone. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying because everyone knows that they're not being assholes about it. They're not being Klan members about it. Latinos. You can't get mad at Latinos for like doing fucked up shit. You're just like, but those guys are so nice. It'd be like if a Samoan guy did something fucked up. You'd be like, you can't mean it, dude. Those guys are nice guys.
Yeah.
Versus like a white guy or an Asian guy. Like they're doing it for a specific reason. You know. No guy named Billy Joe with blonde hair in Alabama is doing blackface as a gag. You know what I mean?
Well, he's doing it as a gag, but in the same way that I want to say that, like,
as a gag to then go and gag some innocent dude at the end of the night, and hang him from a tree.
A good amount of them, yes, but some of them are just fucked up in the head, like.
Or they're doing it specifically for a reaction.
Yeah.
The difference is like Though they don't think that they're doing anything. They don't even think about it.
Yeah.
They're just like, this is funny. They're like, this is fucking funny.
And that's the thing,
fool,
man.
Look at this, fool.
That's the thing. Not being drunk. It's hard to get in that mindset.
It is.
Of like, hey, dude, I'm just trying to have fun.
What did I say? What did I say in the car?
Okay, I'll say it. And so you said it's harder. It's really it's much harder to enjoy Mexican culture without alcohol.
Right, it is.
Because it's all about family and food.
Yeah.
And I have way too many more things I worry about when I'm sober.
Right.
And like, but when you're drunk,
it's almost
there's
like
nothing cooler than family and food.
It's almost like a hell.
It's just the Fast and the Furious.
It's like a hell of sorts, dude.
Yeah.
Because they just keep bringing up like little cousins, like babies.
Yeah.
And then they're like, want another taco? And you're like, sure. And then they're like, this is good. And you're like, fuck. You're like, another
Fucking
one?
shit.
Another one?
Yeah.
Another? And then all of a
There's
sudden.
so many. What do you guys do all day?
And then all of a sudden you're 50 years old with high blood pressure and
a Mickey Mouse shirt on.
400 pounds. Your daughter's in a wedding dress and soccer shoes at Walmart, and you got 17 of them all packed into a little car. I don't know why. Oh my god, dude, my neighbor is in a bra.
Whoa.
Hey, don't be a perv.
I fuck that, dude. How can you even tell, dude?
Because
that is
I got laser vision, dude. Anyways, we're not. I want to make it very clear that I'm not trying to roast Latinos.
No, I agree. Like,
and
that's
I hope
not the goal of this.
I hope nobody thinks that.
It's more that we're sad.
No, because I love those guys.
We can't enjoy it because we can't drink like regular people. I mean, I guess, So that's a side note.
Because I love those guys.
Yeah, because they are awesome. Here's the thing: if I could do that and not be worried about a ton of other shit in my head,
right,
that might be heaven. Right. Fucking, my daughter is so happy she's wearing a fucking wedding dress
with soccer shoes on
in Walmart, and we're buying everything we could ever want in the world,
and shin guards.
Yeah, and shin guards. She just came from practice.
Yeah. She came from some practice. We don't know
somewhere.
which one she came from.
You know what I mean?
I'm confused.
She came from.
I just pick her up.
The wedding rehearsal, is that what you mean? We're not going that direction.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe she came from the quinceañera, like recital, but then like they had a little soccer dance. I don't know what's going on.
All right.
Shout out to Cat Williams for that one.
All right. So we sidestep off the stairs down to getting exactly back to where we were on him. I don't know. We don't have to. We can switch topics if that's not one.
I deeply despise this person.
Here we go.
I don't know why I hate him so much. But see, that's a defense mechanism because I do. I know exactly.
Like that makes it any better.
I know exactly why. Because he's the most inconsiderate, boring piece of shit that I have ever see. Because there's a difference between somebody being a piece of shit who's like has hot takes, and is like brings something to the table.
That's a philosophy you definitely hold.
Like you're good enough fight. Like you have to have some utility. Like oftentimes people are like dogs. Like if you're a piece of shit, because a dog is a piece of shit to you sometimes. But like if they're unwavering in their loyalty, or they bring you joy in some way, you put up with them shitting in your house and eating all your food while you're gone, right? But see, this dog, right? That fish is right. Fish dog is he holds nothing.
If you're a Chihuahua talking down to me about basketball,
but even the Chihuahua has a personality.
Well, more in the sense of the
because fish
size.
has no but fish has no personality. You know what I mean? Because I was a dog hater once in my life, and I was like, oh, Chihuahuas are like useless because they have no utility. Because a dog is something that has to be able to help me defend the household, or at least go on runs with me. But the Chihuahua brings joy, right, and brings a little spice. Little picante. I don't know why Latinos insist on having more spice in their lives, right? Because it seems like there's already enough shit going on without a feisty dog. If you have one woman in the house, right? But more power to them, dude.
Yeah.
They're better men than me, right? But fish, dude, it's just like he's a non-existent piece of shit. He has no existence other than being a piece of shit.
Here's the thing, man. We're not going to show this to him anyway, or at least we're not going to try and show this to him. But the critiques I would hold of it is he has a ton of unaddressed shit that is compounded under buried under layers of facade. right? And but the thing is, the repressed shit is coming through so clearly that the facade is like frustrating.
Like I'll give an example.
Yeah.
Like I'm at where Fish was staying, and Fish has this like thing where he always has to tell you about how great his family is. Like you're like, Fish, you went to a state school and got like a degree in communications. Then he goes, well, my family more educated than yours.
Just to be clear, it's not their relationships to each other. It is specifically the genealogy in regards to their, degrees, like their academic degrees.
Right. Yeah. And then he goes, did your great grandfather go to college? I was like, I don't know. He's like, well, mine did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything, Fish? Or the other day he was like, I just found out that I'll do the voice. I just found out and Fish is white, by the way. Yeah. I just found out that my great grandfather's cousin was the first president of Israel. And I said, what does that mean? And he goes, relationships. And I go, what does that mean? And then he goes, figure it out for yourself, bro. And I said, oh, how far the apple has fallen from the tree. Yeah. And you know what the best part about that is? He didn't understand what that meant. Because he cannot parse through a metaphor.
What did he say?
He didn't say anything. He just looked at me. He looked at me and he goes,
I don't even like apples.
Yeah, no. He might as well have said that. He looks at me and he goes, you always say some stupid shit, bro. What the hell wrong with you?
Please tell the one about the apartment. That was my favorite.
Oh, okay.
One of my favorites, at least.
So Fish
had to move.
Fish had to move. And I was looking, and he was like, look on Trulia. Because I'm a nice guy, right? I give him things, he gives me nothing back.
Rob is good at moving. Rob knows how to move very well.
Rob Dickers can find you an apartment.
Third person?
My
name used to mean something.
Like, I'm like Jason Bourne. I have all these skills. I know all these languages. I know that I used to mean something, but I can't figure it out. I'm like Jason Bourne when he woke up on the boat. He's like, how am I doing all this? You know what I mean? But like, so I was like, Fish, you should look on Trulia. He was like, all right, word. And then he texts me and he goes, there ain't no apartments on this app. And I was like, yes, there are. That's how I found mine. And then I was like, and then I knew what he needed for an apartment. So I looked up the specific criteria and sent him an example, right? And I said, hey, here's an example. Sent him the link. And then he said, I appreciate that, bro, but I need a 6-month lease, and that's a year.
And it was in the context of like...
But I said, this is an example of a place that you could get. He goes, I appreciate that, bro, but I need a year. And I know that he was sitting there on his phone. I know that he was sitting there on his phone going, Rob, it's so stupid, bro. I needed 6 months, not a year. He'd be like smart as son shit, but he really stupid. I need 6 months. This is a year lease. What an idiot. You know? I mean, I think
the most beautiful part of that story.
I think that like we should save like one Fish story an episode.
Yeah. We can't dole them all out at once.
Because like it takes a lot out of me.
Yeah.
To talk about Fish because I just started thinking about
starts you on this path.
All the horrible things. I have
Write them down.
I have a 1,000-yard stare right now.
He does.
Like
he absolutely does. And the amount of gesticulation, I should have been telling like all the times you pointed your finger at your head. Yeah. To say like you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it, bro.
Or just like every time he talks, he like throws a left jab with his hand open and leans his head towards his shoulder so it's sideways to the ground. And he goes, shut up, bro.
One time we were eating lunch and he did that through an open window.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was like reaching across the table.
Reaching through the window to try to make a point to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. I was like, Fish, the closer you get to me, it doesn't make your point that much better.
Yeah.
And he's like, shut up, bro. You always be talking about stupid shit. You always talking about nothing all day. You always talking about nothing all day.
Oh, my God, dude. So, perfect. What's the timestamp? I can write it down.
8:84.
All right. All right. So we watched an amazing little YouTube short, and it showcased a specimen of a human leading a crowd.
Who?
In a chant.
Oh.
And I can't say what type of human this is, but I can say they were magnificent. And they were chanting. Do you want to do it? Or you want me to do it?
I have to get in the mouth. They them energy. They them energy. They them energy.
Saying it like it was a famous rapper who had killed people in the street.
She was like, it would be as if Martin Luther King was resurrected and was leading a DJ set titled "I Have a Dream," and he was just like, "I have a dream, I have a dream, I have a dream."
Yeah.
But then all she said was, I don't know if it was, but all they said was "they them energy," and then did like a little curtsy, and then didn't say anything after that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the entire act. That
I was a little
slam
confused.
poem.
And then I sent that to my friend.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Our country is going to shit. Why are you roasting?"
Why don't I help you read it?
No, my friend from New York sent me this.
All right. Yeah.
He said our country is going to shit. Why are you? I have to scroll through all these texts that he sends me because he asks. he gets really high and asks AI like all these like very existential questions, and then says that I have autism, and then texts me the 17 paragraphs that AI sent back. He's like, "Did you read it yet?" 3 minutes after. I was like, "No, dude, I did not read that. I'm sorry that I didn't read that yet."
Okay.
But yeah, I sent it to him, and I mean, I can't even find. Dude, I text this guy so much I can't even find it. But he basically said to me, "Why are you he said, "Where'd you find that?" I said, "The internet." He said, "Does it get you hard?" And then he said, "Do you know what authoritarianism is?" And then he said, "So we're busy descending into authoritarianism and you're busy poking fun at queers." And I was like, honestly, that's a fair point, but you do get why that's funny. He's like, "Yes, I think it's funny." But yeah, I don't know if this is the time to be making jokes. But like, see, the thing about the Democrats is that like, I'm an independent, I'm a registered Democrat. But the thing about them, the establishment ones, like in terms of the college-educated voters, is that they, like, you would think, right, in a time like this, it would be like, let's have a last hurrah.
Yeah.
You know, let's relapse and let's make jokes.
Yeah.
Because the world is going to shit. They're like, let's not laugh at anything
ever
and just fucking be miserable.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Like, it's like, what are you guys doing, man?
Yeah, no,
this
really
is the time to laugh. Like, don't you need to laugh right now because you're feeling so horrible?
Also, it'd be more effective towards the goals you have instead of saying everything is Armageddon when actually it's not even close to that yet.
Yeah,
in your framework, it's going to get there.
Right.
You're fucking crying wolf every 2 minutes on everything.
And it's like you might be right?
Yeah.
But look. If it'd be like if they were in a concentration camp.
Yeah.
They would just be talking about how horrible it was.
Yes.
The Jews got such a good sense of humor from being in a concentration camp. Because that's how you survive.
I mean, vaudeville existed before, but
Okay, fuck me.
Fuck my metaphor.
Well, fuck me, right? I mean, yeah. We all know about Yiddish Ukrainian humor, but I was just trying to make a point here. Okay? You can't fuck around in a concentration camp and not laugh. Okay, because then you're going to die. Not everybody's like that little girl in Viktor Frankl's book that's looking out the window, looking at the tree, going, how beautiful. You know what I mean? Some guys are like me, low-life pieces of shit. They just need to laugh when everything is horrible. God forbid.
I mean, that is, I know you're underselling it, but that's what the right thing to do in life is. I mean, you can't control this shit. Why would you let this affect you so deeply, and also make it everyone else's problem? Like, this is affecting you.
You're making fun of a 400-pound person screaming "they them energy."
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you?
It's funny.
It's fun. I thought you needed to laugh. I know you're going through a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God forbid that I have a little empathy. I thought you were going through a lot right now. I thought you needed a laugh. Yeah. Right? Fuck me.
See,
why don't I just go walk off a bridge? You can laugh at that.
Yeah, why don't you laugh? That seems like more your sense. Yeah. So I have a very different friend.
Shoot myself.
Who I sent that video to, and he said he has quite a sense of humor.
Was it the Coastal Elite one?
I don't know. No, it wasn't the Coastal Elite one. It's actually one that you know. He said, I can't think of a fitting punishment for this one. You can't make her a martyr, but you also can't. But you need to demoralize her publicly by turning things they love against them.
See, that's not the reaction that I wanted either.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, that's like
there's too much vitriol. Can we just laugh?
And then
that's like watching somebody get into a car accident, and like
I wish they got hurt more.
Exactly. Yeah. You have the initial laugh, and you're like,
this
oh,
is my friend.
I didn't like that guy. I'm giggling, but oh, is he okay? And then it's like, oh, they're pulling him out on the stretcher, and like, fuck, I wish it was burning. Yeah. I wish I could hear him scream in the car. You're just like, dude, what?
And then that person said that the fitting thing would be trans Joe Biden dropping her in a cauldron of DIY slime and sealing the top.
Jesus Christ. See, I'm not on that side either.
This is a sick fucking person.
Both sides are sick.
It really
Because one
is.
side sees the humor and then it's like, oh, that person's funny. Let's fucking murder him.
Let's make
and then
sure.
the other one is like, that's not funny at all. You're
Yeah.
like, yes, it is funny. Dude.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, can we meet somewhere in the middle?
And you know what's fucked up? The Nazi, let's put them in the fucking gulag one. I would rather be around those guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Because at least they'd have a little laugh, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they're laughing.
Like, what do
even
they-
though it's
like-
sick and disgusting?
But what? We should I want to call a bunch of super Democrat people that I know, and just ask them what they think is funny, because I don't know.
I
don't.
But it depresses you and you forget. And
Like
this is
dogs
me too.
farting.
No, they don't even. That's probably they find a reason to.
No, they think that's funny.
It's whoever the newest, try.
No, but like a joke. Like what joke would be funny to you?
They wouldn't be able to describe it because they have white lips. And
Right,
They wouldn't be able to say the joke because it's not theirs to say.
So some lady that voted for Reagan back in the day is like, oh, I think it's really funny when some black person gets on stage and just acts like super ghetto. That's what they think is funny. Or
Well, no,
Leslie
they
Jones.
like- they like
think
when-
that Leslie Jones is funny.
No, they like when Wu-Wang Shu from Stanford graduates Stanford and just immediately goes up on stage and talks about how much life experience they have.
Who's
and how much they've
Wu-Wang
been
Shu?
Just an example of the type of name of these comedians they like.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look, they just find...
Who the fuck is that?
They find races to make up and then put on stage and do stand-up. And honestly, some of them can actually have talent. But the problem is they're being indoctrinated into a group that has no sense of humor. And so the way their humor is developing sucks ass.
I think they think that Stephen Colbert is funny.
They really do.
That's who they think is funny.
They really do.
I was watching the Colbert Show the other day with some people, and Stephen Colbert was like, Kentucky Fried Chicken is moving out of Kentucky to Texas. That'd be like if Jersey Mike's moved to Delaware and became Delaware Mike's. I mean, what the heck is that? And I was like...
There's no laugh, it's just a gun click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part about it is that Colbert used to be really funny. Have you ever seen that video of him with Bill O'Reilly? Have you seen the Bill O'Reilly video?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, but
that guy
he's
was
making good points in that one, which is funny. But the thing is, you're so much funnier when you're speaking from that direction.
Yeah.
Right? Or at least you have some ability to touch on that direction.
I don't think it's his fault because the direction that he's going in now, like him being like, oh, Mr. Liberal guy.
Yeah.
I think that there is nothing funny that he could actually say.
No, never.
I think that
never
he's
again.
a
He's
man
actually he's
in
unique.
chains. I think he's in chains right now.
Like,
what is he supposed to do?
He could come out and just start, not the Bob Saget thing, because the Bob Saget thing was a little bit of a bullshit story where, oh, he's dirty. But, Stephen Colbert starting to do, goes on Come Town and just starts, really, outdoing them in terms of...
He could!
Yeah.
The old Stephen Colbert could do that.
Well, but he did that facetiously, and I'm talking,
I know, but that's
genuine,
funny.
wholeheartedly... Yeah, no...
But he's a facetious guy.
He can't get away with that anymore.
He's a dick.
He can't get away with that anymore. Sadly, because he's become...
Because he's become
sincere.
he's become a corporate shill.
Well, honestly, that, but also corporations react to the sort of things he does. And him crying during coronavirus on his comedy show, it made people think that was what comedy's supposed to be. It's supposed to be
this is funny.
It's supposed to be something that is so multifaceted, when in fact it doesn't have any facets of comedy left.
It's supposed to be the news.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Well, it's not even the news. It's like the news with a spin that is so thick. It doesn't even resemble fact anymore.
He ran out of ideas the other day, and on the same episode, he had his writer try to dunk a basketball.
Yeah.
And the guy jumped 12 inches.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, they did it, and they did it in an episode before, too. You know why? Because his writer, right? These guys that write for Stephen Colbert are so funny. They're so funny, right? That in a group text, this is how it started.
Yeah.
And right, and he mentioned, this will never leave me. He was like, oh yeah, one of my writers who's in a group chat with the husband of my head writer. He mentioned that like 7 times. It's like, Steve, maybe you're not funny because a girl is writing your show. I hate to say it. You know what I mean? Nikki Glaser, hilarious. On average, I don't think so. I think that funny girls are like fast white guys.
Yeah.
They're far and few in between. There certainly are some, right? But like, the guys are like the black guys. Like, if you got to bet, if there's going to be a white dude that wins a 100-meter dash, odds are way against you, right? Like, and he said that like 5 times. And then you know what the really funny writer said?
What?
In the group chat, they sent a video of Ja Morant doing a double clutch dunk, right? And the guy said, my toxic trait is that I think I could probably do that in 4 months. And I know that he was trying to be funny, and that's not funny at all. It's like, that's not funny, and you're a fucking narcissist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hope one day Google or Apple, like, when you type that sort of thing in, it just shuts you down for a month. You can't text anybody.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, let's just get the AI German guy in there.
Yeah, please.
Let's, like from South Park, let's get the AI German robot.
Oh, Funnybot?
Yeah, let's get Funnybot. Yeah.
And he's just like the best joke.
I'm
that
over
he
it.
shoots everybody.
Yeah, literally.
We need a school shooter comedian,
right?
Who you never know what you really are going to be surprised at his show. You're going to have a sense of risk and chaos because you don't know if you're going to die by going there.
But I almost feel like that's what these people are like who watch these shows. Like, they're laughing as if there's a gun to their head.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, no, but like they live in a fantasy land that is reinforced by like anger and like victimhood. It's all victimhood. Everything about them is victimhood. And that's why they get to laugh at, oh my God. Well, that's why they can only laugh at these bullshit, the guy dunking something.
The guy trying to dunk a basketball.
Yeah.
Them like, and it's like, how many stupid things can Trump do?
Yeah.
And you can laugh at him for being an idiot. You already did it for 4 years.
He's much funnier than like on his
and like
own.
they don't laugh at the funny stuff.
No, they don't. Not at all.
It's like, this guy's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
You can think that he's a dictator, but I mean, he can still, like, we go, Hitler was a bad guy, but he was a damn good public speaker, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck is wrong with saying that this guy's funny? This guy's fucking hilarious.
Well, like, here's the thing. The funnier things that Trump says, they don't, like, they touched in the beginning, but they don't touch now because they think it's giving him airtime. And honestly, it is, but, like, you can't control that. So
yeah, but God forbid he's the president. Of course he's going to get airtime.
When he says, like, you know, the Mexicans, they're rapists, they're letting in rapists and murderers, like that kind of, like, crazy out of the left field type of shit. They used to joke about that, and then they don't talk about any of that. Not that that one's a particularly good example of him being funny.
I think like him being funny is like how he's always just saying that guys are big. He's like, that's a big guy.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Really big guy. You're like, that's funny. And like a comedian should be like, but they can't do it. They should be like, maybe he's gay. You know what I mean? Say something like that.
But that's reserved for like, because maybe he's gay is a joke and also they can't joke about that sort of thing, but they need to reserve that for like an actual criticism where jokes can't be involved. It's like, maybe he actually is gay. Maybe he's a closet gay. Maybe we can use this against him to get him out of office.
Maybe it's the patriarchy.
Yeah.
This is his rebellion against his gayness into the patriarchy and becoming a toxic man. Enough with the postmodernist thought. Enough, okay? Postmodernism made it so if you read Shakespeare, it's about how some like serf didn't get that many lines, and that's the critique. It's like, for God's sake, look at the poetry, guys. Come on, you know what I mean? For God's sake, it's the same fucking thing. Enough. I'm over it.
The funniest thing Trump ever did, and it was the best example of improv in human history, when Megyn Kelly said something like, you've called women dogs, you called them...
only Rosie O'Donnell.
And she's like, you called them pigs. And he said, only Rosie O'Donnell.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
That won him the election that
was
time,
hilarious.
and that cemented him as political presidential material.
And like, how is that not funny?
It's so
like,
funny.
if you're a girl, fine. But guys that vote Democrat,
even girls though.
No, but like, let's give them a pass.
Yeah.
Guys that vote Democrat.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really? Seriously? Like they're all acting like Jimmy Kimmel. Like with his, like he had the sports show, and then the last segment will always be girls in tiny t-shirts and big tits jumping on trampolines, and now he's lecturing us about the patriarchy. Jimmy, you were the patriarchy.
Yeah.
You were doing coke off strippers' tits, making them jump on trampolines on a sports show.
Yeah.
Dude, like, that is the most, even for me, I'm like, that's pretty toxically male.
Interesting.
Like, I mean, I don't watch
It's
football.
called The Man Show.
I don't watch football and shit like that, right? And I'm a toxic male. I don't do anything like that.
Yeah.
You know? I read French poetry and go to museums, dude.
Yeah.
A nice weekend for me is reading a good book and going to the LACMA, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Kimmel's up there fucking sniffing coke off strippers' tits in a fucking in the Soho lounge.
Yeah, wearing blackface.
Wearing blackface, making them jump on trampolines with a water hose spraying on them, talking down to me.
Yeah.
Enough, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You're a douche. Just
All
be a
these
douche.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem that I have with it. It's disingenuous. For a man,
course it is.
I know, but like for a man not to laugh at Rosie O'Donnell being called a pig is disingenuous. You're gonna really put your nose up at that? Really? Go get your dick sucked and relax. How about that? You know what I mean?
Here's a great example of like why they should laugh at it, even if they find it reprehensible. People, liberals, everybody laughs at Uncle Ruckus. Everybody laughs at Uncle Ruckus.
I don't do that. Do they still do that now?
Well, I don't know if the Boondocks aren't on.
No, but like if you watch the reruns, do you think that people would laugh at it still?
Yes.
I doubt it.
Really?
I doubt it.
That blows my mind.
I doubt it. I bet
the irony is palpable.
The older ones would, because they'd be like, he's saying everything that I want to say and I want white comedians to say, but they can't say that. I'm glad that one of them is saying it how it really is.
No, that's not why you laugh at stuff.
Like Charleston White.
You laugh at stuff because it's ridiculous, right? And they can. Uncle Ruckus is funnier today than he was before because it's even more ridiculous to say those things. So in the same way, that can be applied to Trump in every single time he says one of these things.
Don't you think that there's a large contingent of them that are actually like just legitimate racists though?
Liberals?
Democrats, yeah.
Yes, but those people don't even like.
Like I know Democrats that live in very exclusive places in LA and like deny the fact that black people get pulled over like way more than they should in this community. And they're like, no, that doesn't happen. And you're like, no, yes, it does. It happens all the time. Your bubble is just not allowed to accept that fact because everything is perfect where you are. So you know what I mean?
So here's what I'll say is there's a difference between being passively racist and like that is bad and that's really annoying and you should fucking
because that's just denying the fact.
But then there are Democrats that are, I know for a fact, are actively like know that they are racist.
Yeah.
And those people, like in the past, this was an actual tactic that was used.
They're like, black people don't have driver's licenses. You're like, yeah, they do.
Well,
what are you talking about?
Well, yeah, there's that. I mean, but
they're like, they can't vote. They don't have driver's licenses.
Well, that
or like all the liberals going, what the hell is up with those Latinos? Like, do they have to vote what Massa says to vote, sir?
Oh
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like, can Latinos not vote for who they want?
So the actual, like, this is like a real, like, not even, I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny because it's fact. All the liberals, you know how that, like, Bill Clinton would always speak in black churches, right? All of the senators would speak in black churches. I know this because I have a family member, a very close family member, who worked on campaigns, specifically a Democrat governor of California campaign. And
is it Gavin?
Huh?
Is it Gavin?
No, much longer ago. So this might have changed a little bit, but I don't think so.
Right, so what do they do?
So black people since the civil rights movement have been so fucked over by every time that they've been convinced to vote for a Democrat.
Yeah.
That literally a lot of the leaders in the black community are just saying, okay, well, fucking pay me. Like, right? I'm not waiting to get fucked over. You're gonna pay me. I'll fuck over the people under me.
Right.
But you're gonna pay me. So the people who like have these big black mega churches, they would just get paid directly by Democrat, politicians, and then they would get to go speak there, and the preacher would go up, or whoever's in charge, usually the preacher,
and
co-sign them,
okay.
And they get all the money. It is literally pimping your fucking church audience. That's pimping. That's pimping. You know what I'm saying?
That's pimping.
No, and I'm not kidding. Like that's a real thing, and as much as people might want to deny that, it did happen.
That makes total sense.
Yeah,
but
All right.
It's the same thing like white guys, whatever. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
Same thing like white people in the South that are like, fuck Obamacare. It's like, you're the guys that are benefiting from it.
You would benefit from
You-
it. Yeah.
You're the people with high blood pressure at 20
Yeah,
years
it's like,
old.
I'm not getting insulin from this free program.
I ain't getting it. I ain't doing
getting
it.
it.
The damn Asians are doing it. You're like, no, they're not.
No.
None of them are.
Asians are coming over the border
Yeah.
and taking all the
You're
insulin
like-
from the Obamacare.
You're like, guys, like, would you stop already,
now
please?
that really nice guy Martin Shkreli,
Yeah.
he's not
Martin.
able to give me the insulin.
And you know what? He's a businessman, and I respect he can do what he wants.
I will pay $600 for his
Yeah.
right to own the market.
For his right to own me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what autism's for.
Yeah.
Running the companies into running the companies into oppressing the people.
That's enough politics, dude. I hate politics.
Let's switch topics to strip clubs, right? I have plenty of stories with strip clubs. I don't know how much you've explored strip clubs before.
I love them.
You do? Yeah.
I'm lying. I don't like them.
Here's the thing. I've loved them in the past, and because the biggest part of when I was enjoying strip clubs was when I looked fucking awful. And they would make me feel like I didn't.
Okay.
And that was key.
I wouldn't admit that.
You wouldn't admit that?
I would not.
That's too shameful for you to
That
admit?
is- yeah.
I mean, dude, fish, this is for you. This is to balance out all the true things we're saying about you. But yeah, no, I would go in there and I would leave with a number every single time. I would leave with a stripper's phone number, and I would contemplate, like...
Would you text him?
I did text them, and then they'd be like, "Oh, I'll come over to your parents' house," and I would contemplate what
For how much?
Free.
Bull.
So maybe it was like I was
was-
actually cool, and I just had a low self-esteem, but that might actually be the case because that's where the thing. Like I would get free services from the strippers in the once. I swear to God,
Maybe it's just because you were so cordial.
Yeah, I think that was it.
You know?
But there was
They're like,
one
wow, this guy's
time,
not trying
I'm
to
not kidding,
rape me.
like this really hot stripper I didn't have dollar bills, and she gave me dollar bills to use on her dance.
No
I'm not kidding.
So
Yeah.
maybe you're just like Will Ferrell from the other guys.
I think I might be two strippers.
That's
Will
pretty
Ferrell.
money.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's pretty money.
It was pretty cool.
I don't like strip clubs because I just start thinking about how that's somebody's daughter.
What? So you have a family man and a sentimental guy. I mean, you are sentimental now, but like you have so many things also under
Just
the surface
competing.
that I do get in the same, not at the nowhere near fish, but
Right.
in the same way, I'm trying to drill for these like things
I
that
just,
are under
like-
your skin, and you'll say things that give it away like
I
that.
do. Like, and then I'll get too drunk and like snort 2C off their vagina, and I'll just
What
be
is
like,
2C
it's like MDMA and coke.
and Coke? Okay.
And then like I was in Mexico and I like told this girl that I was gonna marry her.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm gonna take you to the
That's
US.
what you're supposed to do at a strip club.
And then-
if you're going in there conservative, being like, I'm gonna really like play hard to get.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this
Fuck you,
whore.
dude.
No.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
They want to be lied to.
They want, dude. I brought two.
Because their life is a lie. They think they're an exotic dancer. You're not. You're a hooker and a stripper, basically.
This is a story. I brought two nerdy guys to the strip club one time because one of them offered to pay the entrance fee for all of us. I was like, fuck, dude, hell yeah. And so, and it's the best strip club in LA. I'm not going to plug it because I'm in trouble there, but that's a separate story. This time I brought two nerdy guys, and one of them is what you call black-pilled. Do you know what black-pilled is? Basically means that like you are so depressed and like, but you're not even depressed. You're indignant. You're righteous in how much you believe that like your life is irredeemably bad. Even
Right.
though you're in fucking I can't give out the details because they'll figure out. And this one it would be mean if you found
Right.
out. But basically, he sat there in the strip or stood up in the strip club, and anytime a stripper tried to talk to him, he'd just like get out of the conversation as quick as possible. He would give his other nerdy friend money, and he would stand there and he'd be like, "Don't you want to get a lap dance? Like you paid the fucking entrance fee. I'll pay for a lap dance. I'll talk to the girl." He's like, "No, make me too angry." And I was like, "What the fuck? Like maybe we shouldn't be here, man. Do you have a gun on you right now?" But here's the best part. The other nerdy friend was like fully in the throes of it. It was beautiful. It was so sweet. He's just so nerdy and so like nice and cordial. Like the most cordial. He's not British, but you would think he is.
Right.
Everything about him screams British.
See, you gotta be cordial, but also like not look like a piece of shit.
Yes.
That's what Johnny Sacks does.
Yeah.
Wait, is that his name?
Bobby Jacks.
Bobby Jacks. Not Johnny Sacks. Johnny Sacks is his evil twin. When he goes on tirade. He did one today. That was like,
okay.
It wasn't
I'll get back to the nerdy guy because basically he was just. But I'll get back to that. I want to hear about this.
It wasn't as personal as it was before, but like he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Predator movie. Like he's just unkillable. He is. He's relentless and unkillable, and we'll go to extreme. And the problem with the other time when he said that "fuck your dead father" was that he wasn't using his best power, which is finding the most perfect photo. Like he sent a photo of like of a vagina, right? Like close up. And the first thing I thought was, that's a big fat pussy. And that's what he was trying to say about the other guy. I mean, this guy's a fucking genius. Then he sends a photo of some guy like with his hands on the wall, like in a dark room, like just all depressed. And he was saying because this guy that he was making fun of always calls himself a pussy, and he did in quotations.
Calls himself?
Yeah, he goes, "I'm a pussy, you guys. I'm just a pussy."
and he's shitting on him even though he has this low self-esteem that he's sharing with you guys.
Yeah, but he does it all the time, and he doesn't deserve sympathy anymore because I've given him more pep talks than I will my future son. And if I have to give my son as many pep talks that I've given to this guy, then I will kill my son.
So I think we gave names to these guys last time.
No, this is a different guy.
This is a different guy.
Yeah.
Do I know him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went to your church.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He always says.
Wait, but how is he in the chat with him? How does he even know him?
Because,
all right, well, I guess
because I'm the ultimate. Because I assemble the
You connected
Avengers.
them?
I connect everyone.
Oh my god.
The only reason you haven't been at any group chat is because you have a fucking goddamn.
That's hilarious. Well,
we're not all going to text.
I'm getting an iPhone
in green,
soon.
dude, because it's not as fun.
They did studies and they talked about how people with Androids are just fully
You're being shut out of society.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's insane to me.
It's true.
You could deal with green text.
No.
What are you guys putting little girly emojis on everybody's
because
things?
then yeah, exactly. And they're not girly. See, that's toxic
girly.
masculinity.
They're
right
girly.
There. I won't stand for that.
Toxic masculinity. You're showing pictures of pussies to describe somebody who is
a
pussy. Toxic masculinity.
So what? If we wanted to call him a dick, we'd send a picture.
Emojis.
If we wanted a picture of we'd send a picture of a dick if he was a dick. You know what I mean? God forbid. Girls need to take a joke once in a while. Are you saying that the female genital organ is not strong?
No, I think we should outfit the army with it. They're so stretchy, man. I think this shit's probably bulletproof. Actually, let's test that. No, I'm
just saying that you have to sit down when you pee to use it. That's why it's weak.
Oh, right? Dude. Okay, well,
it's not as functional. You can't throw it around.
Why would he go after this guy? This guy he's talking about is so nice. He could never clap back against anything.
He's not nice. He's like a rabbit. He has no potential for evil, so he just has to be nice. That's bullshit.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't trust
all right. Well,
I don't trust if you don't have the capacity for to be evil, dude. You can't be nice. You know what I mean? So I don't think that he's nice. I think you know what I mean. I think that he's nice out of necessity. But that doesn't mean he's nice because he's not making the conscious choice. So if Mufasa could have been Scar after he killed Scar, but he chose to be Mufasa.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Which means it makes it meaningful to you.
Which means that he's actually a good guy because he had the power to not be. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like if you Andrew Tate would be a lot cooler of a guy if he just didn't fuck every chick in Romania. Because it's like, oh, you could, but you're not doing it. Yeah, that's why you're righteous. I guess. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean the thing with this guy is first I disagree with the framework, but I can't really argue with it because I've pranked this guy 1,000 times, and every single time it's just been hilarious because he's like, dude, he doesn't get back at me. He doesn't.
No.
He has no impulse to.
He can't be nice.
Okay, that's your thing. I think I think when you're just a nice person and you don't have the ability to be mean. All right.
If somebody busted in his house and his wife in front of him, he would just say, "Do you need a tissue? Can I get you some Gatorade?"
I just would say,
it's like, okay, dude.
I cannot wait to hear what Bobby Jack said to this guy.
You want me to read it?
Because it's, so evil. Whatever it is,
it's not
already.
It's not even that bad.
How the fuck you connected them?
This guy started it.
Were they?
This guy started it because I egged him on the night before.
So
I said, you got to go after Bobby Jacks. I said, you got to do it. It's a test to your manhood. You got to go after Bobby Jacks because I'm invested in this guy. I give him pep talks. I try to dig him out of this black pill hole because he is in the black pill hole.
I didn't know you knew him that well.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, interesting. It's literally because I don't have an iPhone. I don't know anything.
Yeah, literally.
I'm not a part of any social circle.
He said,
my life will open up once I get an iPhone.
That's the photo he sent. What do you think when you see that photo?
I like it, but
what do you think?
It's a dude. There's puffier ones, but that's a puffy pussy.
No, but right when you think about it, right when you look at it, you're like, that's a fat pussy.
Yeah, that's a fat pussy. But he's not fat.
Bobby did no, he's a fat pussy.
Yeah,
he's a big fat pussy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That is fucking hilarious.
And then he said, and then the best thing he could say was, "Come on, Bobby Jacks, be honest. You wish you were as pretty as me and as tall as me. Sucks to suck." And then
that's what he said. That's his attempt at being mean.
Yeah. And then he said, yeah, that's funny. I forgot about that for a tall guy. You do act like a very small little boy. He said, I forgot you're a tall boy.
This is hard because I love this other guy.
And then he said,
big fat pussy you're talking about.
Hey, big fat pussy, do you still have your pedophile mustache? I'm sure that's a real winner with the ladies. And then he goes, it is. And then Bobby Jacks goes, hey, big fat pussy, for $7.99 you can sign up for my program. We'll help you grow self-esteem, self-confidence, and a winner's mindset for only $7.99.
So you actually have a business like that?
And then, no. And then the guy that we're calling Big Fat Pussy goes, Mexicans love my mustache. And then Bobby Jacks goes, the only Mexican you know is your housekeeper, and she's paid to love it.
Jesus Christ, man.
And then he said, if you pay me $7.99 a month, then the world might actually see you as someone who's tall.
Why?
And then Big Fat Pussy said $7.99 a month, and he goes, I know you're broke. Okay, fine, $250 a month.
He's just walking into getting fucked every single day.
And then, you know what he said? You know what he said?
Man.
You know what Big Fat Pussy said? Yeah, he's tough and persistent. I'll give him that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, you're giving him pep talks every day?
I used to give him pep talks all the time, and then I said that I was going to stop, and then I kept doing it. Every single time we would drink.
Back in high school?
And no, every time we would drink. Like, before I got sober.
That's crazy.
Every single time we would drink, he would just sit there at the end of the night and just go, I'm a pussy. I'm such a pussy, you guys. And then sometimes he would, like whoever else we were with, we would be talking. And he would be sitting there by himself. And then he'd be like, I know I'm a and then we'd be like, what? And he's like, you guys just call me a I know I'm a you guys. Like, no, you're not. Nobody said that, dude. It's okay.
This sounds like a different person. I'm thinking of a different
You don't know this guy then. You don't know the real guy then, dude.
Here's the thing.
You just know the church
You know me, though. I operate in the nisosphere, right? I'm around people who are just nice to each other all the time. But the thing is...
Maybe they're out of necessity being
I don't
nice.
have a... Huh?
Maybe they're being nice out of necessity.
One of them could be really
Because they don't bring anything to the table.
One of them could be really mean and he didn't do it with you. Which is really funny.
Who?
The text tirade guy.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Because he knows that I'm mean too.
Yeah.
He's like that's a collision between two immovable objects. I'm not willing to do that. I will destroy my life.
You've come at him a million times.
I will burn everything down. I will take everything that I have and take it in the middle of the jungle and burn it. Just so he can't say anything about it, dude.
Oh, man. Dude, I can't.
I'll get plastic surgery just so when he says the jokes and he hasn't seen me for a while, I'll be like, you're pretty stupid because I don't look like that anymore.
I'm going to be honest. I feel like I don't have any friends because I don't have an iPhone. I feel like all my friends have deeper relationships with each other than I do because I don't have an iPhone.
Might be true.
That's how I feel right now.
Might be true.
Oh, my God. I'm going to... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save the money to get an iPhone, and I think we can make these types of threats. I'm going to...
You can't say that.
Okay, well, it's a metaphor.
Okay. Thank God, dude. We're going to get taken off. That other podcast we posted on Apple Podcasts got taken off.
You're kidding.
I can't find it anywhere. I was like, oh, I should probably delete that.
Could you ever find it?
I think so. I mean, I don't know if I could. I don't know.
I don't know. You probably didn't even try before.
Yeah. But like I can empathize with your Apple thing because every time I go in, I talk to the geniuses and I ask them if they know that they're complicit in the and torture of the human species by this company.
Yeah.
And they look at me like, what are you talking about?
I don't think.
And I'm like, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You keep changing. I can't even listen to music and charge my phone anymore. Why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't put a USB port. I paid $3,900.
Yeah.
And then I gotta buy the dongle. Are you like, you don't really, like, you guys are supposed to be geniuses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they all look like they're out of the fucking. They all look like the cartoon guy in The Simpsons, dude. Or like some guy who's like a little too hip.
Comic book guy.
He's hip and he goes rock climbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, you're what old people think is cool.
Yeah, you're what old people
and what
think
guys
is
like
cool.
me, like we beat you up outside of bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because,
We put on bulletproof suits and beat the shit out of you.
And not because your girlfriend is hot and we're jealous. We do it because
Your girlfriend has a mustache.
no, we do it because we want to have sex with you and you're
Yeah.
not into it.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Maybe.
Hey guys, just kidding.
I don't know.
Just kidding. I don't know, man.
I just kidding, Ra.
I'm just kidding.
I just kidding.
All
I just kidding, Ra.
right. Well,
But yeah, no. Like
yeah.
the guys that wear like the beanies that like they pull down, but then it's still floppy in the back. Like how Sam Hyde does it.
Yeah.
You know, like that. But like he's a
cool.
dick.
Yeah.
Like he has autism and he's from a hellhole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not like
Rhode Island?
Yeah, he's not riding a 1-speed bike around Manhattan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Like
It's tough, man.
he's like conscious that he's not cool and
Yeah.
okay with it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Dude, and when you embarrass yourself as much as he does, like for our enjoyment, with that TED Talk, with the Irish fighting thing. Have you seen him with the Irish like pre-game or pre-fight talk?
No, but I'll watch it after this with
Oh
you.
my god, I can't wait. But yeah, so I don't know. Those guys, it's tough because I don't know the difference between those guys and the guys who actually mean it, as we've gone
It's
over
easy.
before.
It's easy.
Well, here's the thing. For me, that's a blind spot, right? I just think
Because you
everybody
don't know who douches are.
I just think
You don't
everybody
know-
who dresses well
You're
has
not-
the potential to
they
be
don't,
disingenuous.
but they don't dress well. They dress like shit.
We already agreed. Some of them dress exactly like you do. It just
No, they
mean
don't,
it.
man. Don't say that. I don't dress like those guys. It's because you're not a dude.
No, you don't dress like those guys. They dress like you.
They do.
That's.
It's because.
Are you okay with it now?
No, and I'm not okay with it because now I'm thinking to myself, I gotta change how I dress. I'm like a black guy. I'm like black guys every time white guys start doing the thing that they're doing.
Yeah,
they're like, fuck, we gotta change it, dude.
It's kind of exactly the same.
You know what I
thing.
mean? It's like fucking hell.
What if they
know?
started saying all the things you say?
If they started,
God forbid.
if they started saying God forbid and fucking hell and
Yeah.
fuck me right, I'd be like, dude, where am I gonna go now,
You want this pumpkin spice latte? Yeah.
dude?
That's too mean.
That's too
That's too mean compared to Bobby Jackson.
It's way too far.
I'm just
know what?
observing.
Let me-
I'm a very observant person.
Let me tell you something. I feel like I don't even know you.
I don't have an iPhone.
That was just such. That was just filled with so much vitriol, dude. Like, come on.
It wasn't filled with vitriol. It was funny.
Nah.
It was funny in the same way that sending a.
It won't be funny. It won't be funny when you find me under the Golden Gate Bridge in the net.
Yeah, no, I'll get
With
it.
a note
Here's the thing, man.
that says Morgan did this.
I would be able to stop you if I had the Find My iPhone app.
No,
I would be able to find you.
you wouldn't.
You had a VPN.
'Cause I'm as strong as a gorilla right now.
All right. Well, while Rob is recovering from that blow to his ego, I'll tell a little story
It's, like,
that
super
in,
fucked up.
in freshman year of high school, I felt very nerdy, but I made friends with like one of the big captains of the basketball team, captains of the football team, and the captain of the lacrosse team. And obviously, you can figure out who's at the bottom of that hierarchy. And the reason I made friends with them is because they were
No, they
all
might not know because we're from California.
Huh?
They might not know. So
No,
lacrosse
it's-
is at the bottom.
Nobody wants to fuck the lacrosse guy.
No, they
Like,
do. Back east, they do. Lacrosse
Back
is cool
east,
back
they
east.
do.
Lacrosse is cool.
But
back
everybody at
But
our
we-
high school knows
Yeah,
that
no.
they don't.
But we have to establish that we're from California. They might have forgot.
They might
there
have
might be some
forgot.
guy from Delaware that's
You're
like,
right.
what? They're sick.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like,
no,
no,
fuck
they're
those
not.
guys.
They're not.
I mean, fuck those guys a little bit, but also the East Coast is.
They always wanted me to play lacrosse, but I just thought it was.
That would have been
stupid.
so silly. That would have been so silly looking. You would have killed people.
Yeah, that was the point.
You can't play any sports with metal in it. You just Mike the metal thing. You're just
Mike.
checking people, cutting their ribs in half.
the metal thing. Mike, the metal thing, Mike, the metal thing.
There's a guy on the field and he's
Dude,
winning every game and he killed my brother.
I can't believe I used to do that. Found the little metal thing outside of PE and just held it up to people's faces and go, Mike, the metal thing, Mike, the metal thing.
Yeah, that was amazing. All right, well,
that it's kind of crazy that I'm not like that. I'm a pretty like if you hear me talk,
crazy.
like I'm a pretty normal guy. Like I knew people that did shit like that, and I was like, those are the weirdos. Like those are the kids. Like, you know what I mean?
But you kept saying it's like I this is a crazy thing. No one else can have it. And then I quickly found out that's the thing they link the folding chairs.
They
with.
do.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You just took the magic.
You didn't
away.
even know what it was.
You took the magic away. I thought it was just Mike the Metal thing.
Again, I'm uniquely perceptive in both language and pieces of chairs.
Right, fair enough.
Oh wait, but my thing about it just these people, they were in this chemistry class I was in because they were taking freshman classes because none of them took any more advanced classes. And they would cheat off my tests, and I liked that they were friends with me, and one of them sold me weed, so I would let them cheat off of my test. And so we built a friendship, right? That's what friendship is.
Who was it?
I guess I could say their names now. One of them was named Shamari.
Okay,
Guess which sport he
I know,
played.
yeah.
You know Shamari? I love
remember.
Shamari. He was my first weed dealer. He told me I would be president one day, and I was like, I'll buy extra. But then there was a guy named Jasper. He was the football guy.
Always appeal to the white man's vanity.
And then honestly, I don't remember the lacrosse guy's name. And I learned, like anything, you pick on the guy at the lowest in the hierarchy. At least at that level in my life, that was something I learned. I'm like, look, I gotta stay afloat in this fucking thing. I'm on cross country.
You went to church too much. It's like a very obvious thing.
What?
That.
Yeah.
You gotta kill off.
But I found that out freshman year and it fucking ruled. So this guy was so stupid, the lacrosse guy, he lost his phone in our math class. We were in all the same classes.
Right.
And he lost his phone and he's like, "Oh, can someone help me find my phone?" Like he actually couldn't figure out how possibly someone could help him. Right. And so I said, "Oh, well, give me your find my iPhone and I'll find it for you."
Right.
And so he did that. He signed in on my phone. I found it and quit very quickly. And then I just started pinging it every time in class. I just kept doing it, and the teacher got so mad at him. And the best part was, he was like, "I don't know what's going on." He couldn't figure it out. The funniest day,
You're a bully.
there was a big fire at the school, like in freshman year. And it was in the parking lot, right? And there's this brush, and somebody's car like backfired into the brush.
Right.
And it started a big fire. Everybody got evacuated, and we all came back.
Right.
And then we went to math class, and that guy wasn't there. We're like, holy shit, like what happened? And he comes in, and his car, out of like 200 cars in this parking lot,
Got burned.
got burned down. It's the only one that got totally burned, and it was the person next to him whose car started the fire.
Shit.
It was just too good. And then after that, when those guys graduated, he was there one more year, and he fucking went after me. It was, I don't know. That was what the iPhone.
I don't remember high school like that at all. You seem to like remember high school like the Lord of the Flies. I remember it just like having fun.
Yeah, I don't
fucking
remember.
chicks.
Everything was in my head.
Drink beer. Like that's like.
I was like,
like that's all I take bong rips before sports practice. Like that's all I remember. It was a wonderful time.
I mean that sounds exactly like I would expect. I remember this was my favorite. One of my favorite things from high school. That you enjoyed high school.
Yeah.
Good. I enjoyed high school. I just couldn't get out of my fucking head the whole time. So the best thing was we get in the first day freshman year, and Rob.
Oh God.
One of Rob's like Rob's older friends from like baseball or something comes over to him and says,
Holt.
Yeah, Holt just like, bro, you want to go to any of the parties? I got you. Like I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna
take
you under my wing.
Take you under my wing. And then, what did you say? You said, bitch, I already run this joint in front of every one of the freshmen. And
then I was like, I have my own friends. Why would I go to your party?
Well,
I already have my friends. I want to party with my friends. I don't know you guys.
Man, oh my God, he big timed this like guy who could have
He was
given
cool.
him so
He
much.
was cool. He could have. I could have been getting my dick sucked.
Yeah, exactly. You could have been getting your
I
dick
didn't
sucked.
see because I'm loyal to a fault. I'm loyal to a fault.
People who are not
I have
loyal at all.
Yeah, because I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman.
I'm big time, everybody.
And
who
I have
gives me
autism.
something.
I have a little bit of autism. That happened.
It was beautiful, and I was so proud of you.
That happened with CJ in high school too. This like older guy came up to him and was like calling him bimbo.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's really funny. Like that's because CJ is a bimbo. You know, he's a whore. And like, but I was like, that's not funny because that's my friend. And you can't say that about my friend. And this guy was like really cool and like big and shit, and we were young. And I was just like, I was like, oh, so you're calling him bimbo, huh? And he was like, yeah. I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna call you Rover. And he was like, what? And his name was Trevor. He couldn't figure out why I was calling him Rover. I was like, yeah, Rover. Your name is Rover. You want to call Bimbo Bimbo? You're Rover. And then like a few weeks later, I found out who his girlfriend was, and she was like this hot blonde girl.
Yeah.
And this guy was like ugly, right?
Yeah.
So I walked up to him one day, not thinking anything of it, and I was just like, hey, Rover. And he's like, don't call me that. I was like, all right, Rover. Like, I was like, we were like 2 years younger than him. This guy was big as fuck, dude. He could have beat us up. It was like right after I transferred from our high school.
Yeah, I know.
And like, he was like, I was like, Rover, right? Just put me
I love to think that you brought the same energy with you.
I was like, just put me on game here, dude, right? I was like, oh yeah, like, your girlfriend, hot, right? He was like, oh yeah. And I was like, you. Not that hot. Right? I was like, how did you get her? Because if you can get her with whatever magic you're pulling, I'm imagining what I could get. You know what I mean? So just put me on game. And he looked at me and he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She's way out of your league. And I commend you for that, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to, like, I was giving him a compliment. I was like, you're money.
You were not.
No, I was.
Wait, were you really?
In a fucked up way. It's the same thing that happened when I was in college, and I went up to this guy that was from my high school, and I was like really hammered, and I was like, Hardy, you know what I love about you, bro? And he was like, what? I was like, you're a fucking douchebag. And it was in front of his like new friends, and he was like, what? He was like, what? I was like, you're a fucking douchebag, and you are a douchebag, and that's who you are, and you don't change it for anybody, and I respect that, bro. And then he never talked to me again. And I thought I was giving him a compliment. I was like, this is a compliment. No, I was, dude. I was like, you're a genuine person. Like, that's cool. You know what I mean? And with Rover, I was like, you're obviously dating out of your league. Like, how did you do that? Put me on game. Let's call a spade, dude. Like, you're not that good looking, and she's hot.
But now you know because of his reaction.
No, like
because of the facial expressions
I know,
on the
but
chart.
I'm still on the chart. Yeah. But I'm still unwilling to change that, dude. Like, it's not mean. Like, you did something good, you know?
It's not me, it's you.
No, mean.
Yeah, I know,
yeah,
no, I
it's
heard
not me,
you.
it's you. But yeah, I mean, like, dude, I don't see what's so bad about that.
No, I mean, honestly, if he was secure in it,
it's like you have
that
game.
would be a nice thing. But he's not secure.
Well, it's not my fault.
He's
That's not my
thinking
fault.
that every single day.
That's
but
not my fault.
No, but you gotta understand.
No,
you gotta
no,
understand
no.
that should be your assumption. Is that he's not okay with that sort of thing.
I don't think about that. I don't
You
really
think about people at their most confident and ready to like just get fucked up.
I'm
and,
like, you're being
yell.
money right now. Like, tell me how to be money like you. You know what I mean? I want to be money. Show me the game, dude. I'm like Cuba Gooding Jr. in that movie. Show me the money.
Yeah.
So I don't get it, dude. But I mean, I don't know.
That's fucking hilarious.
Like, but the douchebag guy, that really hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
He never talked to me again. Dude, and I swear to God, I walked up to him with so much confidence. I was like, this guy's gonna love this. Because I was like, in my mind, he was like a John Brown type character. You know what I mean? Like a Malcolm X.
He's breaking
like
the
just
mold.
a principled man.
You are that guy.
Just to
you want to be that's your aspiration is like to have that much self-awareness. However, you maybe not aren't self-aware, but you are self-actualized.
Dude,
you are exactly who you are.
I'm trying to
Even
be.
AI affirmed that.
AI did.
AI affirmed that, and I was like, there's no way this guy knows himself that much. Or no, it's not about knows yourself, because you keep getting surprised by yourself.
Fine.
However, your outer-facing image to the world is
the
so
same.
cohesive, and can't be shaken.
It's not.
It
Because it just is what it is. It just is what it is.
I wear cowboy boots.
I'm not trying to bullshit.
And trench coats.
Yeah.
And I will kill you.
Yeah.
I will beat your ass. Do not tell me that French poetry sucks. If I
Or
go
is
into
gay.
one,
That's not gay. I'm a gentleman.
I'm carrying a gun because if I go into Barnes and Noble and there isn't classical French
And
poetry,
there isn't-
someone is getting capped.
Yeah, literally. If there isn't Apollinaire on the fucking shelf, the guy that created the term surrealism, right? I
Yeah.
mean, what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's not that you are.
We got the Dan Crenshaw poetry book about shooting Arabs, dude. It's like enough.
Hey, come on, you can allow that. You can allow this guy.
No,
Yeah.
it's not beautiful.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's like a really like rudimentary analysis of something, and it's not you, and I'm not saying this as me saying as you. But
No, it's okay. It's okay. If you want to be mean again,
It's like,
that's fine. I know who I am. I know who I am.
it's like you saw some. Your face is getting red. You're like just bracing yourself for some sort of observation.
Getting ready for the. I'm getting ready for the horror, dude.
So it's like you, as an autistic person,
Right.
saw someone who is deeply pretentious and hot and like getting away with it, and like no one is questioning it because everybody around them is like, yeah, but that's who it is.
Right.
And you're like, I'm gonna actually do the things you're pretending to do.
Yes.
Because I think that's how you get to. That's how I get to where you are.
Yeah.
And to be
That's
honest,
cool.
where you're gonna be is gonna be better than that because that's fleeting.
That's fleeting.
But also your foundation is based on a complete misconception of who he is. He's doing this for pussy. He's doing this for pussy. You're not.
I'm
You're
not.
willing to give
I'm
up
not.
pussy.
I am. No, I am.
Things.
No, that literally happened the other day. That happened the other day. Our friend, Mike tried to set me up with his girlfriend's friend. You know, because she likes black guys who are assholes. and Mike was like, this guy's the closest thing to a black guy that's not, and he's a total asshole. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, thanks. And then, but the girlfriend was like, yeah, but he wears a scarf, and you can't do that, right? Because she's an idiot from LA who has no idea what class is. You know what I mean? Her family's from Utah. It's like, I wouldn't expect you to know what a scarf is, darling. You know what I mean? And I can out-gay you too. If you want me to get sassy, I can. I did that in Spain with my sister. She still brings it up today. We were at line in a bar, and I heard some chick behind me say, "Oh my God, is he wearing a purse?" And I was like, and then I said really loud. I said something to the effect of, "Isn't it crazy how all these Americans come here and they don't know that Europeans wear purses? I mean, it's so disgusting, isn't it?" Like, and then she said that her face turned white. What I said was better than that, but you get the point. I said it really loud too, and all my friends said, I was like, "Isn't it?" It was like just like fucking.
Isn't it obvious that Europeans wear purses?
I was like, it's so gaudy how Americans come to Europe and don't wear satchels and wonder why their phones get stolen. And then so Mike called me. And he's like, you gotta stop dressing like a French guy. You know what I mean? He's like, you gotta dress like you're a douche from Venice who has nothing that goes on in his head and wears trucker hats of different liquor stores from around the city. And I go, no, I'm not gonna do that. And he said, women don't like that you dress like that. And I go, I don't care. Yeah. That's how I dress. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then I was like, you know why they don't like it? Because then they're not the object of worship in the relationship. Because I'm dressed better than them.
Because they can wear a scarf?
No, because I'm wearing a scarf. Because I accessorize beautifully. And they.
This is one of the layers I've been trying to drill down to, which is
they can't dress like me, and they're mad. They're like, we can't go out of the house and you're dressed better than me. I'm like, well, then you better stop dressing like a bimbo from LA.
Either you are
because you're with a gentleman.
That's
right?
funny. And I'm
an English gentleman who lives in a chateau in France.
Either you are incredibly like self-aware and like able to like compliment men's bodies and send pictures of yourself jacking off to other people.
That was Bobby
You didn't
Jacks.
do that. You sent a picture of yourself in the shower, tastefully right above the crotch area.
He took a screenshot of that and sent it in a group chat first.
So you can either I'm half
Bobby
complimenting you.
Jacks.
You're either really self-aware or you are completely in denial about whether you are gay or not.
Dude, I'm not gay.
Dude, you're like
I'm not gay.
You're like
Okay.
the Joker, where it's
Okay.
like I'm just into chaos.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest here. Remember that thing when you were like, remember that thing where you were like,
The Chinese
you were like,
guy,
only, where
yeah.
you were like, people can only be honest on podcasts. Some people,
Yes.
right? I have
Yes.
never told anyone this.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
Literally ever. Even when I did the thing and that thing that we're involved in, I didn't even say that. Right?
Wait.
No, that secret organization. That
Oh,
we're
yeah,
about-
yeah.
Yeah, and that one part where you're supposed to blah blah blah. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
do that one inventory.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even do that. I didn't even do it. One time I was really drunk, and this gay guy was like, "Let me suck your dick," and I was like, "Sure." And then like it just didn't work, and I was like, "Ah, bummer."
All right.
And it wasn't because I was drunk. It was because I was not attracted to it. But I was like, "I'll try it out."
I have something.
Didn't work.
I have something really shocking to tell you.
What?
You told me this when you weren't sober.
Oh yeah.
You did.
Fuck. No way, really?
Can you imagine how many other people you told?
Are you
this?
serious?
You did.
Dude, no
You did.
way.
Yeah, you did. You
When?
did. There's a
In my house?
qualifier in your house.
In what capacity? During the podcast I said that?
Or before or after. I think it was
God
during.
damn
We
it.
gotta listen.
No way, dude.
This is even better than if
I
it
thought
was
I
like
know.
that.
I thought I was like, that's my dirty little secret.
No, you tested it and it didn't stick.
It didn't stick.
Because he wasn't the right guy.
No, he was
Just added that last thing
he was
to
handsome.
fuck with you.
He was handsome.
Oh my god.
It just
dude.
didn't work. I was kind of
That
bummed
is
out
so
too.
beautiful,
I was like
too.
I was like 50% of the population. I'm not going to be able to get my dick sucked by them. So now, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My odds just went down.
Oh my god.
You know? I mean, fuck, dude.
I'm sorry to tell you that happened, but it absolutely you told
That's
me
fucked
that
up.
you're not sober.
That's a
and
bre-
this is the thing.
that's a breach of
I can't-
trust.
I can't tell.
It's a breach of trust.
From yourself.
Yeah.
You should have put that in the fucking thing.
I just
not even.
I'm not gonna tell my guy that.
Here's the thing though. It doesn't really apply because it doesn't. I mean, we'll talk about that after, but like it doesn't seem like it applies. So you're probably okay in that. But yeah, you're supposed to tell them everything. Sorry.
I can't believe
think I've ruined the
I can't
podcast.
believe I just became like so vulnerable, and then you're just gonna like lecture me.
Here's the thing, man. Was I supposed
It's
to
like super
pretend that
fucked
you
up.
weren't and relinquish this perfect podcast moment of telling you that this is something?
No, not about that. About you telling me I'm supposed to tell the guy. You're just, hey man, just leave me alone, okay?
All right.
I have
Hey.
a lot of thinking to do now about what I have and haven't told people about myself. And I'm starting to think that I've just told them everything I can. Which is
It's okay. Don't let this shake you.
It's
Don't
not.
let this shake you completely. Just let this serve as another example of how you don't want to be in the position of not knowing what you've said to people.
I'm unshakable.
Okay.
I'm gathering more strength from it.
I wish I could do this on video, but just another layer just laid of cement on top of everything else.
Absolutely.
Actually, several more. We're going to have to drill for like months to get this one down.
I'm an American.
I'm an American. That is the layer. That is the company that puts the layers on.
Yeah.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
yeah.
My mind is fucking blank after
So
that.
if you want to try that, go ahead and try it out. You know?
Get really
Look,
drunk
man,
and try
Jesus
it out.
won't lock the gates to heaven if you try it. Only if you like it. Right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, try it out. You know, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You just don't get your dick hard, and it's just weird. And
That's
you go,
what
it's just
gonna
not.
happen. You could tell a bunch of people and not really
just-
know.
yeah.
You told people and not
could,
on a podcast.
And then and the world accuses you of being a homosexual, not for the reasons that you like dress really well and have like great taste and are cultured, but because you got your dick sucked.
That's not why
By
I
a
call you
dude.
that. Just so you know, that's
That's what
never factored into my estimation.
That's what
of
my
it.
grandma used to say.
What?
She was like, "You have gay guy tendencies." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "With my gay best friend, we did all the things that you do by yourself
Here's the thing.
and with your friends." I'm like, okay, thank you, Granny.
Okay, here's the thing. You deeply have like a lot of the non-gay guy tendencies in terms of peeing in someone else's yard.
I might just be a
and that
Spartan.
kind of thing.
I might just be a Spartan.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Here's the thing. You can do all those things. Like, you can do whatever you want, but you can do all those things and not be gay. It's just if you're self-aware of
like if you're sucking
how
dick.
you truly feel about things. And that's the part that
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
My dick doesn't get hard with that. Even when I was a kid, I used to do that sometimes too. I would think of boobs because everybody was starting to call everybody gay, and I was like, am I gay? And then I would think of boobs and my dick would get hard. Then I'd think of a dick or like a dude and it would go soft, and I'd be like, I guess I'm not.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
No, I could say that I ran a similar experience after a very negative experience.
Oh.
And
That's
came to the same
fucked up.
conclusion. No, that was actually, I can't talk about that one, but we'll skip over that.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's what victims do. But oh my god, dude, I had something and it was blown out of my brain by I do not revel. I do not revel in your pain, but I can't even describe the face you have right now. The face of someone who is biding their time until some sort of outlet. I mean, what time are we at?
It's like I don't know, man, but I wish I could say that I was like a method actor.
I wish I could get it out of this by saying that I was disingenuous in this.
But in a sense, aren't we all method actors in our own lives? You know what I mean?
Okay, well, here's something I was thinking in terms of the dressing choice. So
right. Can you believe she said that though? It's like really like a scarf. Like okay, like well, I mean, God forbid you have a man of class.
That's not every girl. There's plenty of girls who are into that. It's just the problem is you don't fit the full picture of what they want either.
I know.
So you have to find a girl that has the middle of those things.
That likes me for me.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
impossible. I mean, Morgan.
I promise you that is not impossible. Thank you. That is not impossible because everyone has that, and you believe in. No, I don't know what we're getting into that whole thing.
Morgan, let's be honest. Let's be honest. There has almost never been as extreme of time mixed with as extreme of case, such as myself, right?
In terms of like the circumstances of our generation?
In terms of the socio-political temperature.
Yeah.
And then it's like if your friend and I got into a meanness match. Yeah. It's two immovable objects. Me in the 60s, I'm Dennis Hopper from Easy Rider. That's, you know what I mean? It's like there's room for that, dude. No, there's no room anymore. Yeah. There's no room for me anymore. I'm a dying breed.
Here's the thing, man. We need to get some people together. If you know how to do math in this, let's build a time machine.
I'm an Englishman.
All right, we're going to go change a few things first, but then we'll go to the 60s and chill.
I want to go to 20s Paris. That's where it would be best.
Yeah. You know what? I wish there was a movie like that that we could like go based on.
Dude, no. That movie sucked.
That movie was great. It's one of the great movies he's ever done.
Are you...
I'm not kidding.
Are you stupid?
I'm not kidding. I'm really not even fucking with you. I think that's one of the better ones. The other ones are good.
What?
It's not the best one.
What's the best one?
I don't know. Annie Hall.
I would have thought you would have said that. I think that's the best one too.
It is the best one.
But that still doesn't allow me to sift through it for bullshit. Because you might just know that that's the best one. That everyone just agreed that was the best one. So I still can't tell. We're back at square one.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Morgan.
Now I'm distrusting, dude. Now I don't know what's real anymore.
Don't be distrusting.
Maybe that guy didn't actually suck my dick. Maybe I just made it all
up. We gotta rename this the podcast that ruined our friendship.
All right.
Dude, I'm sweating.
A slow descent into enmity. I don't know how to say that word.
Enmity.
Enmity. Whatever. There's a condition for that actually. There's a condition where like you read words and people around you are dumbasses, so they never use them, so you never hear them out loud.
Yeah. So
you don't know how to pronounce them. Enmity.
My favorite joke. I've heard this several times, but it's like a guy talking about the weather's going crazy out there. He's like, man, the wind is nuts. out there. And then they
What?
make the wind? He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I've only read that before.
Or a word like row. You know.
Row?
Yeah, like
Well, it's not row, yeah.
Yeah, we're having a row.
We're having a row. I mean, the fucking...
I wasn't raised by the coastal elites. You know?
Paying black people.
My parents are dead.
Campaign. Let's imbalance the thing. Let's pretend this is a fight between two people who are trying to big man each other, like big time each other.
Graveyard raised me, not Harvard grads. A dude that puts bodies in the ground.
This is a fight instead of one friend really trying to help his friend and laughing along the way of breaking down the layers.
I'm more of a victim.
I've never claimed to be a victim.
I'm more of a victim.
Oh, I've never claimed to be a victim, dude.
You can't make fun of me because I'm a victim.
Make fun of me. If you say my...
You know what? I think the beginning that we did, the beginning stuff about the fat woman that did Days of Energy, yeah. I think that was cool now. Because I'm just like her.
I think Transjobot should not drop her in a DIY bucket of slime.
I don't, but that one was still fucked up.
That one's still fucked up.
I don't even know what that means.
Do you know what DIY slime is? It's the slime that people make at home on Instagram, that kind of thing.
So what would she have to like...
No, it's a liquid enough that you could get dropped in it. It would be like dropping something into cornstarch, and then it would slowly envelop her like a thick milk.
Why is that so hateful? Just put a bullet through her head.
Dude, my friend is fucked up, man.
That is fucked up.
No, the friend gave a whole explanation. The friend gave a whole explanation of why it needs to be. You can't murder her.
But that's for no reason. Like that's for no reason. Like when I say send people to the Gulag who think that Michael Bay movies are better than Stanley Kubrick movies, it is for their own good and development. You know what I mean?
That's worse than someone who's promoting an ideology that's bad.
But like he's not trying to fix it. You know?
Wait, what?
I'm trying to fix them.
The Gulag.
The Gulag will fix them. It's a re-education camp. Or they'll be beat into submission.
I mean, most of them die.
They'll be beat fine. But at least they'll die knowing that they were on their way to something greater than themselves.
Or they'll die knowing that this was a long and painful process rather than the very quick process.
Well, if they can't give up their ego, then that's their problem. You know what I mean?
They can't give up their ego.
If they can't recognize, their wrongs.
Here's the thing. What if my friend made her tread stay afloat in slime?
Well, that'd be cheating because she was fat. She's gonna float anyways.
No, slime doesn't allow for that very much. I don't think.
Okay, well either way,
the buoyancy doesn't work.
Either
out
way,
that way.
It's fucked up.
It would be very tough. It'd be like treading syrup. Worse than treading syrup.
What's better would be like if she got onto
My friend writes the Saw movies.
What if she got onto a treadmill with like a Twinkie hanging in front of her?
Yeah.
And then some drill sergeant making her scream her energy. That would be better, right?
Well,
that's more in line with my re-education camp type thing.
Once she gets the Twinkie, she's done.
She's never gonna get it. She's on a treadmill.
Well, here's the thing. Isn't the point to let her off the treadmill at some point?
Yeah, after she loses the pounds and really starts believing in what she's saying. I'm starting to like this
one.
Yeah.
What about the armed guards, though? There are armed guards in there, right?
No.
No?
There's just a bunch of vegetables around her.
She can't hear those.
She's scared of them.
Yeah.
See, but I don't actually believe that.
I don't actually believe that.
Because I think that she's a victim.
Your friend said that.
This little guy in my head said that. I don't condone that. I think that she's beautiful and amazing, just the way she is. You know?
Oh my god, dude.
She's
beautiful.
Super hot.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go with the first thought that I had, which is your thing about you think about how you dress, right?
Right.
Have you seen the show Reacher? Like Jack Reacher?
I don't dress like him.
No, you dress the opposite of him.
What?
His is very low effort.
Mine is low effort as well.
I accessorize magnificently.
Accessorizing
is your quote.
That's not low. That's low effort. You just have nice stuff and you put it on. You just walk out the door and grab the scarf just like you're grabbing a jacket. It's the same thing. Yeah. Some people grab trucker hats that have like Venice Beach with like an upside down V.
And what would you call them?
fucking assholes.
High effort. Yeah,
Pieces of shit. People that deserve to go to re-education camps. You know?
Okay, but
it's like not everyone should be allowed not everyone should be allowed to be creative. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because it leads to that. You know?
Well, that's true.
It's
and
like,
that's
okay.
what most of the things are now.
No, yeah, which is exactly why we had to stop allowing people to be creative.
Yeah.
People don't know what they want.
Yeah,
Back when Hugo Boss told people what to look like, everybody looked better, no? And I'm not just saying that because they were Nazis.
Okay. So,
Ralph Lauren.
So here's the thing. My favorite podcast, they had a lot of fans who would... I thought you were doing the thing. My favorite podcast, they had fans that would, like, without even direction, go attack whoever they were criticizing.
Fine.
Like
go after the hipsters.
Well, no. We got to build a following, and then we got to say, like, all right, doggies, we go after so-and-so. Like, and then they'll go just bomb every bit of, like, possible comment that could reach them.
Well, you're going to have to decide who we go after, because the people that I want to go after are, like, not that cool to go after.
Well,
they're like people who like Andy Warhol, you know.
Well, they're not that cool to go after.
The head of Sotheby's. Like, they don't have a following. Like, they're not funny.
You know what the biggest example of my favorite podcast, it'll be clear once I say it, but they did a whole episode.
The guy.
Huh?
Of the guy. Of the... What, are you going to bong hit transplant?
No, they did that, and they attacked him for sure, and like they had to tell people not to attack him.
That's awesome.
But no, this is the better one. That podcast did a whole episode reading out the posts on the r/small dick problems Reddit. And so, like, the things that they say on there, they're trying to do a support group, but it's public, so you can read it. And, like, the observations they make are hilarious, and it's a really funny episode. But the fans took that as, let's go make these people kill themselves. And so they went on they went on that Reddit, and they just started, like, doxing people.
Jesus Christ.
And then the podcast was like, you guys are fucking monsters. Like, don't do that. And that's the type of fans we're looking for. Is those fans who do not have a life, or at least they do, and they segment part of their identity, like Kyle's dad in South Park, to trolling. We need those types of people.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You remember that episode?
Just go do that.
Yeah, do that.
With Troll Trace?
Yeah, with Troll Trace, yeah.
Cartman keeps asking his girlfriend to say that one funny thing.
She never says it.
She said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Did I tell you the joke?
Remember that one funny thing? What?
No, I mean, it's a stupid joke. It's a folksy joke, but it's...
folksy joke.
A hunter goes into the woods. He's sees a bear in a clearing. He shoots the bear. Blood flies. He runs over to the clearing. He doesn't find the bear. The bear's not there. And then the bear swings his big arm around his shoulder. And he says, hey, you took your shot, but here's the deal. I can either kill you and eat you right now, or you let me sodomize you. So, naturally, the hunter chooses life and returns the next day with a bigger gun. He sees the bear, shoots, blood spurts. He goes, no bear to be found. Bear swings his arm around him and says, you know the deal. So, Hunter returns the next day with a bazooka. He sees the bear at the clearing, and
this guy's stupid or something?
He shoots the bear with a bazooka. The blast is so powerful, it knocks him on his back. And when the dust clears, the bear is standing there over him with his arms crossed, and he squints at him. He says, you're not really here for hunting, are you? It's a good one. All right, I like that joke. Back to the Reacher.
But you fuck one gold.
I love that one too. But okay, so the Reacher thing, he gets all his clothes from thrift stores, and it's like he's a traveler, so he just like has one pair of clothes all the time. If you adopted that avatar, I think it would work for you. I think it would work well.
I get a lot of my clothes from thrift stores.
No, but like you can't get spats, right?
What is spats?
No, just a fancy type of shoe, a fancy outdated type of shoe. You don't wear spats. But like,
no, I don't.
I'm using it as a hyperbolic example, right? But if you just get like blue jeans and like work boots and the exact type of shirt you're wearing now, you could get all these women who are creaming themselves over Reacher.
No, I don't want them. They're idiots.
Well, who do
they
you
watch
want?
Jack
You don't
Reacher.
Want anybody.
No.
Did you want the girl who didn't like the scarf?
No. I didn't even see a photo of her. But if she doesn't like scarves, then she could go kill herself. It's the most
lend her a scarf.
American bullshit thing I've ever heard.
No.
I don't want my chick to be an American.
No.
American chicks suck.
Where do you want your chick to be from?
France.
France?
Yeah.
Did France colonize Thailand? No, it was just Vietnam.
Papua New Guinea.
Papua New
Or
Guinea.
the
Yeah,
French. Yeah, I don't know.
I was thinking about Thailand because then
They do have a lot of very sexy North African French girls though, with huge asses.
huge asses. I would think they were like the Pete Nyong'o girls who were like super skinny.
They look like hot
Oh, they're
Spanish girls.
Arabic, right? Basically.
Kind of.
Yeah, they're North
Kind
African.
of. Yeah.
I always forget what North
They're
Africa is like.
they look like hot girls in Spain.
Being in North Africa is like living in fucking a really nice part of Inglewood and having to clarify every time you say where you're from. Sorry, hey, you know what? The thoughts just come through and I just say them into the mic. That's the whole point of this
get that
podcast.
at all.
You didn't get it.
No.
It's basically like
clear.
you see a North African person,
Right.
they say I'm from Inglewood, they say I'm from Africa, and then you have to explain, no, not that part that you're thinking of.
Right.
That's what I mean. There you go. That's the explanation.
That one went over my head. It's kind of late. I think it's going over my head.
All right. I think we're at like 50 something, 50 very close.
No, we're at like an hour and 40 minutes.
That actually is what it feels like. But I did a
No.
Where is your fucking minute count? You're doing math right now.
There is no such thing as a dude. I don't think these things mean anything. No, I don't think these things mean anything because the last one we did.
Is the bottom of it?
Look, the last one we did was 24. Right? It was 2,400.
We gotta set a timer now.
It was 2,400 and 2,400 is 40 minutes, right?
Yeah. No. I mean, well, that would be what it is mathematically, but our last podcast
but it was an hour,
80 minutes.
Yeah, hour 20. So that's almost 10 whatever.
We
more
have
of
to
this
set a
one.
timer. There's no way we can do this without a timer.
Well, it's okay.
I wish
mean,
we'd
it was
ended
all
on the
good
realization
shit.
that you told me that before.
Well, we could just cut it.
We just cut everything up until when you told me that before.
No, we have to leave that.
Oh no, I'm saying that would have been a great send off, thing. All right,
we could just cut it until there.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll figure it out. There might be some things that
This
we want to
is
move.
too long.
It's just too long. It's just too long. Although I like it. We can always split it up into different shit, but we'll figure that shit out. They definitely don't want to hear all this discussion. I don't know, maybe some of them do. I know that I like
this. This is for the
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
This is for the OnlyFans.
Yeah, but that's because you love podcasts.
Yes.
I hate podcasts.
I know, who do you think you should defer to?
Tim Dillon.
In terms of, you should defer to Tim Dillon?
Yeah.
Because he gives a open-ended class on how podcasts work?
No, when I meet him.
Okay, so you're going to meet Tim Dillon, then decide whether we should cut part
I'm
of the
going to meet
podcast.
him, and I'm going to say, I'm sorry I'm not gay because I would love to have a relationship with you. Because you would.
Yeah, you with Tim Dillon,
He
actually,
would be
it's
the
not
only-
even close.
he would
Me
be-
with, I've told you what happens if I meet the guys from Come Town. That's my favorite podcast.
Yeah, if I ever meet those guys, I'm going to be like, you guys aren't as funny as Tim Dillon.
And I mean,
And you guys wish that you were as funny as Tim Dillon.
That doesn't fit. You know that Come Town put him on early. And Come Town
I don't care.
had a much more successful Patreon before
I don't care.
Tim did. Tim has surpassed them.
They're not as smart as Tim Dillon.
That's not what their
Tim Dillon is a savant.
thing is. Okay,
Even if they tried.
Are we going to argue the merits of Come Town versus Tim Dillon? Because the problem
There
with that
is
is
no argument.
The problem is I know both of them better than you.
But there's no argument.
There is plenty of argument.
No, there's not.
Tim gets repetitive. Tim is alone. Tim doesn't know what he's talking about half the time.
Are you crazy?
Yeah. Here's the thing. You're trying to get me to talk about only the negatives with Tim. I love Tim. Tim was what got me into Come Town.
You can't say that Tim doesn't know what he's talking about.
Tim absolutely has to figure out backwards how he knows what he's talking about.
Fine.
And also,
at least he knows that.
Well, he's good at improvising. That's one of the good things.
That's why he's a savant.
All the good
he's
things.
a savant.
When you're talking about Come Town, you can't really quantify how much better it is. And also, I have realized it's not for everybody. But for me, I could quantify that it is more full of interesting conversation than Tim's is. Tim's gets me caught up with
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Come Town does not have as good of a bit as Howie.
Howie?
Yeah.
What do you mean by Howie?
Remember Howie?
Howie?
The dude that worked in his office and he's like, oh, great, a shithole.
Oh, yeah. Come Town has...
No, it doesn't.
I would say actually, I'm not even inflating right here, actually 100 bits that are better than that.
No, it doesn't.
Tim has better bits than
There's
that.
not a single one that's better than that. And Come Town.
Fucking everything they've ever done to bully Adam. That's 50 right there.
No, that's because you are invested into them as a group of people. Standing alone to someone like me, it's not as good. Because I'm not invested into them like you are. You look at them like they're your children. You can't look at them objectively. So therefore, your opinion is nullified. Because you've already said how much you love them so much. I'm looking at it from an objective point of view. He's a savant, you know? Yeah. Come Down is funny. But the way that they roast one of them, I just feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm a... No.
You're putting words in my mouth. And what you're ignoring things I said, which is, I've already realized Come Down is not for everybody. But it's enough. It's for enough people. But
you have to acknowledge your bias, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So your opinion is nullified.
But I also have a huge interest in Tim too. So I love Tim,
no.
And I feel like I could compare them very, very. I was into Tim from literally day one.
So what?
So what? You haven't watched half of his episodes.
Like, why are you doing an ad hominem, dude? We're talking about a thing, not each other. I mean, you don't have to hate me. Jesus.
You are.
I'm seeing a new side of you right now.
You are using.
I'm seeing a new side of you right now.
I don't
like it. I'm hurt.
I'm
hurt.
Ridiculously transparent debate tactics.
I feel like you are making this into a thing about me instead.
All right.
I thought we were talking about Come Down.
That's not a layer of cement, but that's like a layer of like paint.
I thought we were like, man, I feel like hurt, like feel betrayed, you know?
Look.
Thought this was a safe place for me to talk about getting my dick sucked by a guy. You're just
look. You know this.
It's
about
okay.
Me. You know this about me. I am loving and supportive of you.
I know
the whole thing.
I've seen that tonight.
But when you come at my cum boys, all right. That's when the fireworks start flying. I literally can't tell if you really mean this. I have no reference of what the
I'm an award-winning actor. I'm Daniel Day-Lewis.
Don't say your real name.
Should we end this, dude?
Yeah, let's just fucking end it. I think we got to debrief. All right. Good night and goodbye, and we have to edit this, so don't complain about all the cuts. You fucking idiots.
Are there just going to be cuts? No.
Well, first thing, you got to beep one thing at least.
Two things.
Yes, good job. Good job with that.
Nah, fuck him.